I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. Are you ready for your debut this weekend?
Oh, yes, very much so.
How exciting. So how many guests do you have confirmed already?
Actually, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
out of 30.
That is so cool. Very
So
cool.
We have a new consultant.
Yeah, this is Stacy.
Oh,
Hi.
Stacy, welcome.
Hey,
Her debut is this Sunday and she already has, you said 16.
16. And 4 of them are teenagers.
That's awesome.
How many are teenagers? I'm going to put my sound up here.
4.
Very
4 teenagers.
4 teenagers.
Mhm.
That sounds fun.
So yeah, I'm kind of thrilled. A lot of them are my coworkers. A lot of them are family members, a couple of friends. So, and
Where
then
do you work, Stacy?
I work for an animal hospital in DeSoto.
Oh, is that Texas?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't want to make an assumption.
No, this November will be 21 years with it.
Oh, congrats. How
Thank
do you
you.
know Allie? Is Allie your recruiter?
Yes, Allie's my recruiter. I know Allie through another webpage that actually one of the girls is coming to my party or the launch party, and she sells clothes.
She sells clothes?
She sells clothes, LuLaRoe clothes. And so that's how Allie and I got connected.
Hmm.
So
It's so
What kind of
cool.
clothing is it?
I'm sorry,
What kind of clothing?
it's LuLaRoe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if that was still going.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My whole closet's nothing but LuLaRoe.
I have a whole bunch of it too. I love it. It's so comfortable.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so.
Welcome to Heidi's unit and to our future inspired area.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she's a star consultant. So excited about it. Yes.
Congrats. It sounds like you've got a supportive husband from what Heidi was saying.
I do. I have a very supportive husband. He actually is moving out his weight bench to dig into my stuff.
Love it. Love
We have
it.
to clean the garage back out. So
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, before anybody else jumps on, Stacy,
Yeah.
you had, I saw that you had some sales, but I didn't get your weekly accomplishment sheet. But how much were your sales for the week? And I'm going to give you recognition.
Not
too.
much. I mean, it's only I only did one sell and
That's
it's
fine.
like $50.
That's good. That's fine. I want to make sure I say that. So I'm going to add you onto my recognition here.
I have like 5 other girls from work that wants to purchase stuff from me. And I have a couple of ladies, actually, not girls, that are going to go on the webpage and actually purchase stuff.
Awesome. Very cool. You'll have a lot of sales at your debut. Allie's going to do a great job for you. And then also, what was I going to say? I had another thought. Oh, each of the girls that's coming to your debut, the goal, I don't know if Allie has coached you on it yet, and I'll talk to you some more here soon, but is to
Ellie
book
and I,
them.
yeah, Ellie and I are gonna, I just texted her today and we're gonna go and have coffee and sit down like on Friday and go over all the details.
Awesome. Okay, that's perfect. The goal is to book your power start. So is to book each person individually and then have them invite their friends, because each one of them knows at least 5 or 6 people they could invite to a party, right? And then you'll just keep growing, and that's how you really start your customer base.
Okay.
Super excited for you. But Allie will go over all of that with you on Friday.
I know.
Is
Hey,
Allie
Allie, I'm
doing
glad you
good
could
for
join us tonight.
Hey, Allie, how are you? Congrats. You're doing moving and shaking, girlfriend.
Thanks.
Yes. I thought I printed my recognition, but my phone was too far away. So I'm reprinting my recognition. Since Heidi took the time to put that together. That's so exciting. You got an up and coming team.
Yes.
Hopefully.
You
Not
do.
hopefully, it's happening.
Hey, Paul.
Girl, we're gonna get that pink Cadillac before you know it.
Yeah. That's
Get me-
called team spirit.
Absolutely. Hey, April. Hey, Kelly.
There we go.
Hello, I'm
there's
driving, so I'm not sure if you guys got my message on Boxer, but
Uh-uh.
I was running late at work, so I'm driving, so I have my camera off, so it's not distracting.
We'll let you get by till you get home. Then we want to say, oh, I'm out of paper. That's why. Excuse me. Yes. There we go. All right, let's see if that works. Anybody have good news to share? I think Ellie does.
Yes, I added a team member.
Yes.
Yay.
2 team members, right?
Yeah, Stacy, I added, and she joined on the 1st, and then I added another one on Saturday.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Super excited.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my pom-poms.
And well, we'll share that later. You've got more good news, so we'll share that later when I do
Yeah.
recognition.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, Krista.
Hi, Krista. Anybody else have good news?
The sun is shining and it's the spring equinox. Yay.
Yes.
Super excited about that.
Super excited. It's been so warm and nice. I just love it. Hey, MJ.
Hey. Yeah, today.
I know this morning it was pretty cold. I'm like, is that snow outside or frost? I'm like, it better be frost because I'm
With snow. It snowed this
I think
morning.
it
I was
snowed-
up at
yeah, it
like
was
4
snowing.
and
Yeah.
there was snow on everything, but then it melted as soon as the sun came out. But I was like, please, I'm ready. I just planted all my tulips and daffodils. They're confused.
Oh,
That's awesome. All these girls from Texas are like, it's warm and nice.
No,
No,
it's been
it's
cold
rain
and
and
crappy.
cold.
Oh.
No,
That's
it's
great.
been like
Like this? Hi,
thunderstorms.
MJ.
It's been
Hi,
like storming and gross.
Lucky.
Elizabeth Eisenman is in Florida and she said it was 37 degrees yesterday.
That's cold
And
there.
we were freezing.
Yeah, it's humid cold. So it's
It's
cold. That's really
miserable.
cold. Oof.
That sounds awful.
Where is she in
My cat was
Florida?
not happy.
I don't know, they're at a conference
Oh,
down
okay.
there. I told her it was 43 in Boise, she should come home where it was warmer. And one of my coworkers went on a cruise the first week in March. And they cruised quite a bit and they went down to Cabo and she never got a beach day
Oh, bummer.
because it was so cold.
That's
Oh.
awful. I was looking at the map. There's a guy that I follow, Treasure Valley Weather Headquarters or something. And
He's the best.
He is the best, and he is always like spot on. But he had a whole map of the country and like where it was cold and where it was warm, and like the whole South was like way less than average. But this was like
And
weeks
who's
ago.
that? Who's that you follow?
It's called Treasure Valley Weather Headquarters, and he's
Okay.
actually a guy I went to high school with. So he's from Vail, Oregon, and he graduated a couple years behind me. And his name's Cody, and he went to school to be a meteorologist in Colorado and fell in love with it there, and he actually still lives there. But because he grew up here and in a farming community, he knows how poor the weather actually gets reported here, and it's so different for each little area. Like Meridian gets nothing that Vail gets, right? But we have to go by Boise weather. And so he decided to start his own page, and he just does his own meteorology reports out of Colorado, but for our area. And he's always like spot on almost to the minute that it's going to hit us.
Wow.
There we go.
That's pretty cool.
He's so amazing that he actually has made us so much money at the hardware store because Mike follows him religiously too. And he is always so right on. Mike can totally tell what's coming in the weather. And so he knows like how to, put the sale things out or whatever. And so Mike like follows him like crazy. It's so funny. And him. I'm going to go tell Mike that when I get home.
Night Bender.
Yes, I know
Yeah,
him.
got it up there.
He has the most cheesiest jokes that he shares
Oh my
like,
gosh.
every day. And I just absolutely love them. He was always been like that, even in high school.
Yeah, he is awesome. I've been following him for like over a year now, and he'll show you exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, Treasure Valley Weather Headquarters.
I think my husband does all the research. So I get the play-by-play throughout the day. And I'm like, I don't care. Because you know what? In Idaho, there's a saying, if you don't like the weather, wait 5
Wait
minutes.
5 minutes.
All right, let's do our area affirmation.
Okay.
Putting that up there. All right, we are the
Are the inspired area.
area. Remind me if you guys can see it.
We are inspirational, never quitting, self-confident, possibility thinking, integrity-based, raising the bar, energetic, dynamic women of excellence. We are the inspired area.
Yay!
We'll get you the rest of your pom-poms.
I know. I need to mail some pom-poms to those girls.
I got extras I can give you.
I've got pink sticky notes.
We all need our pom-poms.
Just write yay on them and hold them up.
Oh yeah, the sign. Yay! Way to go. Heidi, do you want to go ahead and
Yes, I love it. Okay. So I'm going to go over the announcements real quick. So we have a Zoom training course tonight. And then this Saturday is our career conference, you guys. It's right around the corner. I'm so excited for it. For those of you who are local, we're meeting at the training center at 10 a.m. We're going to start right at 10 a.m. And we're going to go a couple hours in the morning, do like half the training and have some conversation time, and then break away for lunch. And then for lunch, we're all going to go together to lunch. We're going to go to a restaurant that's just right down the road and meet together. And if you were double power, no, diamond. What is the word? Diamond power start. So you did your 60 faces in your 60 days that we extended to be more like 90 days. So January 1st through March 24th, if you do 60 faces, then your director is going to pay for your lunch at that luncheon. And then we're going to go back to the training center and finish up the rest of our training, have a little time to powwow and strategize and talk about our takeaways. And then we're going to break again for a little bit. And those of us that are STAR consultants and those who did the consistency for January, February, and March, we're going to meet for our mystery night on Saturday night. And I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a blast. And so that is this coming Saturday. And then we have Zoom training the week after that, March 28th. And then April 4th, we're having Celebration Circle. I'm going to share my little thing here. I made this little graphic for you guys to share. We're going to do Hydra sessions on April 4th. It's on Voxer. It's on Facebook. It's attached to your announcements, so you can get it in any way that you want. But we're meeting for that Tuesday night at the training center. You want to start inviting now. Give your guests plenty of time to know about it. The Hydra session is a lot of fun. It's really gentle, deep exfoliation with luxurious hydration. So we're using like the naturally oil and moisture gel mask. And we're training, both consultants are going to do the Hydra session and guests. So you're going to get lots of training for that so that you can do your own at home. This is a great way to reuse past hostesses. And also for reprogramming skin in the spring, you can use it to entice your customers to come. I've been doing a lot of them lately. I know April has too. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys. And then the next thing we're doing, we'll have a Zoom training after that, but I want to make sure you guys know far in advance, because we've been kind of late getting this out. The Winning Wednesday, we would love to see you guys participate in that. It is paid for by Denise. Denise is paying for it for all 3 of our units to go into this drawing. And they're doing a $500 cash giveaway and 5 free e-starts. So this is going to be April 12th. It's at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. It's just a Zoom. So you can invite any of your guests to get on this Zoom with us, and then they're going to get entered into that drawing. She's going to tell you guys to put the guests to put their name and their consultant in there, or their director. You guys are going to put Denise in there. And we're all going to be taking advantage of this, I hope, because tonight's training Denise is doing is going to be on team building and maxing it out for March because of the promotions, but we're also going to go into April really strong. And so this is a great way to layer. So even anybody that you talk to for the rest of the month of March, you want to talk to them again and get them onto the April call as well. It's a great way to layer your guests. And then the rest is too far in advance to talk about. However, we have the Pinners Conference coming up. We don't have all the details out yet, but if you would like to participate in the Pinners Conference, it is April 21st and 22nd. We're going to be meeting soon with Carolyn Laser to find out the details and how much booth space is going to be broken up into little spots, but we'll do it a lot like we do the fair. So we'll open it up to everybody. You can sign up for a time slot and then just pay for your time slot. It was great last year. There was a huge turnout. It was the first time the Pinners had been in Boise, Idaho. They've historically been in Utah. And so they're excited to come back again this year, and it's going to be even bigger than it was last year. So if you want to focus on new leads and just even getting out there and talking to people, like just as a way to like brush up on your skills, this is a great one to do it with. I know April and Carolyn and all the people who participated had a really great time last year. And we have seminar July 30th through August 2nd this year. Super excited for that. It's right around the corner. And I think that was everything. Am I missing anything?
Just PCP, you can start enrolling for that.
Yes. PCP enrollment is open right now. So now through April 17th. So you want to make sure that the sooner that you sign up for it, the sooner your lookbooks go out. If you wait until the last day to do it, then your lookbooks go out last. And so if you want them to be shipped the first part of the new season, you want to make sure that you sign up quicker than later. Okay. And it's 90 cents. Am I right? I'm like, it went up, right? 90 cents per lookbook. So for those of you who are new, you would just go into your My Customers, and I can talk you guys through this too, but it's a way to have the company send a lookbook to your customer for you. And it has a sample inside of it. The cost of shipping plus the sample plus the lookbook is way more than 90 cents. And so the company's doing us a huge service by sending these out, and they'll do it every time there's a new lookbook. So we have 5 lookbooks a year. And they will send it out for you at 90 cents a name. So it's a great tool to utilize. Plus it gives you a reason to follow up with them and see, what did you think of the sample? This is what and to talk about what they might need. So that is everything for announcements.
And we're in a brand new quarter, so start charting it out right now. Each one of the directors have a goal from the company for the 60th anniversary year for the new Great Start Qualified, the golden rules, the star consultants. I have my little chart going, and unit size growth and volume growth and all those things count. And so this is the quarter anybody can be a star consultant. We're in the final quarter. of the
Why?
year.
Did she come back to pick up Sloan?
Oh, is she coming back?
Okay. Recognition?
Yeah, I can go since I'm already pulled up here. I was trying to pull up my game board to see where we were at, but I'm going to skip it for now. Okay, so for weekly accomplishment sheets for the Dynamic Diamonds, Stacy Greenwald, with their very first week, had a $50 week. So way to go, Stacy.
Way to
Super
go,
proud of
Stacy.
you. And then Allie C. Egley had a $366 week. So you guys, this is her 5th star week in a row. I'm so proud of you, Allie. Like super excited for you. You are rocking and rolling, and I just love how your energy has shifted. And there's this different little bit about you that I absolutely love. And you are, you guys, she's on. I just have to brag on you for a second because you're never on here. But you guys, she coaches every single week religiously. Monday, she is on the phone with me. We're going to do a coaching after this. She is so open to suggestions and how to improve and how to get better. And she's constantly working on herself, and it shows in your business, Allie. And I'm just super, super proud of you. Everything that you're doing is amazing. And I know that you're going to be in DIQ like in no time. So congratulations on your week. So our golden girls for the month of March so far is Stacy Greenwald. Congratulations, Stacy, and Allie Egley, and myself. And then our stars for the quarter 3, we had Stacy Greenwald came in as an Emerald star. Congratulations, Stacy. Yay.
Thank you.
Allie Egley was a Ruby star because she was a Sapphire, and then she had that team building bonus, right? So that bumped her up a whole level. Like, how amazing is that? And then myself, I was a Sapphire. So yay! And I'm just really proud of everything that we've been doing so far, and the communication has been good. And Allie, I just really appreciate all of your work ethic. Like seriously, your work ethic really shows. And it's like we talked about on coaching. When you're consistent every single day with your business, it doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes or 10 hours. Like as long as you show up for your business every single day, it's constantly coming to you, and you've been opening up to receiving, and it's been beautiful. So congratulations. Love you guys.
I'll go next, I think, because Denise is going to be bringing up the rear here. So I will go next. Congratulations to Deb Chase for turning in her weekly accomplishment sheet this last week. I know she was working on some sales. They didn't quite come out yet, but she's got some customers that she's working with that have ordered some stuff from her. So I know that that will appear on her next week's weekly accomplishment sheet. And then congratulations to Mary Smith, who also turned hers in. Yay, Mary. And she had just an on the go for $20, but I'm excited that she put that in on her weekly accomplishment sheet. Yay, Mary. And then let's see, Deb Chase was a Sapphire Star consultant for this last quarter. Congratulations, Deb. Yay. And then our Golden Rule Achiever, Kaylee Acevas, who has not gotten on our meetings yet just because of her schedule. She was a Golden Girl as well as Deb Chase for being a Sapphire or for being anyway, she was Golden Rule too. Let's see. And then I was a Diamond. So congratulations to my unit. Super excited. Can't wait for our career conference this weekend. We are going to have so much fun. It's going to be great. And I can't wait to be in person with everyone. So, and congratulations to all the Dynamic Diamonds and what's going on there and all that excitement too. So I will pass it over to Denise.
Okay, for the Glamour Girls, I wanted to acknowledge our weekly sales. Jennifer Poole is so consistent every single week turning in her accomplishment sheet. She, even though she didn't have any sales, she went ahead and turned it in. She goes, I'm sorry about a hair appointment. It's running over. So I know how that goes. But anyway, congratulations, Jen. I know she won't be watching this portion, but she said she'd go back and watch training. MJ Durant, another one, so consistent every single week, turning in her weekly accomplishment sheet, and $126. And this is kind of pretty much your average on, let's see, is it from website orders or a show? It's kind of in between two categories. MJ, was that personal website orders? It's not, it looks like it's under website orders. So that means people get on the website and place orders, or it could be reorders as well. So way to
Yes,
go.
it was website. I was muted.
Yeah. We call it a grand day when it's over $100 day. And that was $100. That was one single order. So even though it's a 126 week, that was, oh, it wasn't just one, it was a combination. Okay. $126 in reorders. So, and sometimes that's like 5, 10, 15 minutes a delivery time, and you're profiting half of that. And then, so she's our first runner-up. And our queen this week, it looks like she had a party and some personal websites and a few reorders for a total of $434. And this is Kelly Dart. So way to go, Kelly. I know that we don't see your face on here, but I know that you're on here and really working on getting momentum. And it was really interesting. I don't know if you guys heard the hotline today, but it was such a great message. Make sure you listen if you haven't. And she was really talking about the 90 days. And we've learned that in Mary Kay, whatever you're doing right now is going to show up in about 90 days, about 3 months from now, the effort you put in now. And so what we're doing now is going to help us wrap up an awesome seminar year. Golden Rule Achievers already so far in the Glamour Girls unit, we have Kelly Dart. She's already completed hers. And one of my new personal team members, Amy Davis, she's qualified, and myself. And then on target, we have Gloria Henson that has over 300 plus in. So hopefully we're going to really kick it in the gear here toward the end of this month. For March. And star consultants for this last quarter, Kelly Dart was an Emerald Star consultant. Way to go, Kelly. She's tracking the National Queen's Court of Sales. And I know that she's going to do it. She's right on target. And then also myself as a Pearl. And part of that was because I had 2 qualified team members, which I think I might have been, what's the one? It was Diamond. Or I might have been Emerald. Anyway, it pushed me up above a Pearl level because like Heidi was saying, every time you get a qualified team member, that adds to your star consultant credits. And boy, I went on there and I've been kind of saving mine from a couple quarters. I'm like, there's a really cool stuff on there, like Dyson, cooling fan to do the whole room. And we're getting into the big categories. So that's the wonderful thing about Star Consultant. This next quarter, you can pick it, at the time. You can go through the little price brochure and put little hearts next to the ones you're interested in and just work toward that goal. And they carry over from quarter to quarter and year to year. So I love how Mary Kay did that. So that's what we have so far. And then I was going through my interactive game board and I did a big poster board so I could have it out all the time in my office and see. And Mary Kay's given each sales director a goal for this 60th anniversary year. And there's, depending on how many squares you achieve, there's one for beauty consultants too. There's prizes and even cash. And so the Glamour Girls unit, we have 2 out of 12 Great Start qualified, and we still have 3 more months. We have 2 out of 10 star consultants, and we still have 3 more. We have this last quarter. And then Golden Rule Achievers, we already have 10. So we need 26 more because they gave us a big goal of 36. 1 offspring director. And we have somebody that's really tracking for that, Kelly Dart. And then our unit size growth, we only are 26 away from getting to 123 active unit members. And sales volume goal, we're right on target. We'll definitely do that. We're only 23,000 away from reaching the 13% growth goal. So we're on track for some good stuff. And each of us sales directors are also really just trying to max out as much as we possibly can, not just with our personal goals, but with our unit goals. And that takes everybody working together. So that really led me into my training tonight. So I'm going to put this on speaker view because we are going to record it for YouTube, all of our training. All right, let's take this down. So I was thinking the last couple of days about what would I want to share right now as we wrap up. We call it the final 4, but we're going into the 90-day dash until the end of our seminar year, which ends June 30th. And with this company promotion, I don't know what it is, about $10 off or $30 off the starter kit. That it takes a little bit of incentive to get us out there talking, but I've been sharing the business a lot, partly because I've been doing a lot of faces. And when you're in front of people and people love the product, one of the things that Mary Kay told us, share the opportunity with everyone. And so that's kind of what leads me into my training. And, I had an opportunity to hear from Mary Kay and learn from her and be at her feet and train from her. And she mentored me at a few conferences I got to be at with her. And she always talked about, please, please, please pass it on. And so I really wanted to kind of share tonight. And part of the reason I got on the meeting a little bit late was I was sharing with somebody, it's really kind of funny what happens when you start putting your focus on who can I talk to? Who would benefit? So I really wanted to give you some really concrete ideas and even some scripting, and we'll post this for you in the Future Inspired area page and maybe even on the Voxer group. But I want to start out with maxing out team building for the rest of March. every single one of us can get a medal this month. And I plan to get a medal this month, meaning 3, 4, or 5 team members for the month. And so I came up with like a top, not 10, but 9. I was reaching for 9 or to get 10, but top 10 reasons to recruit for this next 10 days in March before we finish out this month. So the first one is there is a sale on the starter kit. You all probably know this. It's either $20 for the e-start, which is normally $30. That comes with a personal website and credit card processing, or $90. And normally it's $130 for the starter kit and then the e-start. So $90, they're saving basically $40 off the full starter kit plus website plus credit card processing. Sorry, there's that reflection in the back. I'm going to fix my thing so I don't see it as much. Okay, it's my ring light. Literally, you can barely go to the store for just a few items without spending $50 or $60 today. That is just what it is now. Or $90. If you go to Costco or Walmart, it's probably going to be at least $90 to $100. So this is a $20 decision. Say this after me. This is a $20 decision. Sometimes I think we make it such a big thing that people take it so seriously that they talk themselves right in and right out of being a part of Mary Kay, instead of looking at it like it's a $20 decision. And so I got a lot of stuff just kind of came to me that I wanted to share with you. I've been in the business 34 years, most of you know. And so, you know, you go up and down in your activity, your excitement, your passion. But I can honestly say still to this day, I love everything that Mary Kay is about, what Mary Kay represents, and the fact that we always have an opportunity to set another goal and to continue to share this dream. And Mary Kay is really, really helping us out right now for the 60th anniversary year. So that's the number one reason. There's a sale on the starter kit. That gives us a little bit of incentive to reach out to people with a sense of urgency. We have 10 days. The second one, recruit this month, and you have until all the way the end of June to get those people qualified. Great Start qualified. So Great Start qualified now. That means 600 wholesale, and they have their first 4 months to get 600 wholesale in. So even if people don't have resources to get started with inventory, anybody can get Great Start qualified if you share with them the incentives. And so if they didn't place their initial order for 600, they've got 4 whole months to get Great Start qualified. And then that leads me into my next thing that can put you on target for Mary Kay's National Area Court, which is 12 qualified for the year, or the National Court of Sharing, which is 24 qualified for the year. And it used to be they had to order that 600 within their first month plus 1. Now they have 4 months to get Great Start qualified. But as long as you recruit them this month in March, you have March, April, May, and June to get them all qualified for all of those contests. And there's more. Spring is here. So many people are ready for something new and something uplifting in their lives. Just a little bit of sunshine, and we're all going a little bit crazy, like, yay, we're getting more light. Yesterday was spring equinox, so that means the days start getting longer. And a lot of people are thinking about summer jobs. You know, people who are teachers or seasonal workers are looking at, what am I going to do with my extra time? Students, you know, don't forget about the college students that are looking for part-time summer work. Now's the time when we need to get out there and share this with other people. So spring is here. Number 4, show your gratitude to Mary Kay by taking the Each One Reach One challenge. Some of you have already met that challenge. I got right after it and have added, I think, 3 so far. Nathan Moore came out and he gave us a challenge to grow by 600,000 consultants. He wants us to do it here just in the United States, but it's a worldwide challenge. And that is so doable. So if each one of us just kind of take up that challenge, even if you're not doing a lot in your business, and just reach out and share with a few people and add 1 team member, our company reaches that goal. So it's the Each One Reach One, and that would be a way for us to show gratitude for what Mary Kay has brought into our lives. Number 5, we can use this opportunity to build community and offer our customers really something positive to focus on in this world where right now there's a lot of change, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of even fear for a lot of people. You know, I've talked about this for years in Mary Kay. I've considered it kind of my ministry of really helping to uplift and empower, especially women. And of course, we know that when we do that, then that actually spills over to their children, to their family, and generations to come. And I loved what Amber said that today on the opportunity on the call today. She said, you know, one person recruited her mom many years ago, 30 years ago, or 30 some years ago. That's the only person that Amber Town-Guillen's mom ever, or that's the only person that person, no, Amber's mom is the only person she ever shared the opportunity with, but it passed down to 3 generations and thousands of women because of Cindy becoming a national sales director and Amber becoming an executive director working toward national. So it's affected so many people in a positive way. And she literally reached out to one person who ended up taking the opportunity and running with it. So each one reach one, let's take that seriously. And just build community and offer something positive in the world for people to lean into and be a part of. Number 6, visualize going to Dallas for the 60th anniversary seminar year. And I was there for the 30th, 40th, and 50th, and they just keep getting better. So the 60th is going to be phenomenal. And so imagine taking a new team member with you and sharing the excitement and taking them around to all the Mary Kay, all of the sales booths and vendor activities and Mary Kay's corporate, whichever one they decide to do, or the corporate manufacturing, and just to be able to catch the dream. Mary Kay seminar was where I caught the dream. And it's just as though she's still there now with Ryan in charge, her grandson. Number 7, promote yourself up the career path to move to a new level. So we do these monthly consistency, which it means you move up to the next level. And Mary Kay always challenged us, every company event, move to the next level. So between now and the end of June, you could move to senior consultant, to star team builder, to team leader, to DIQ, depending on where you are right now. So that's another great reason to share now, not just because of the starter kit sell. Promote yourself to a new level. And I was looking at our state queen contest. We really only have, I think, 3 states. We have, about 47 states still open for the Miss America contest. Who wants to be a queen and who wants to be Miss America? And then number 9, contribute to your own unit's goal for this seminar year. For our unit club, seminar seating is determined on where we end in our unit club, and the 60th anniversary game board challenge, which I was talking about with you earlier. Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of times we're not recruiting because we're not seeing new people. However, there are probably a lot of people in your phone, in your social media, in your circles of networking, in your neighborhood, at your work, people you went to school with. So I came up with this marketing who do you know game, and we'll post this as well, or list, I guess I should say. And so I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to take a pause for just a few seconds because I talk fast, to see who comes into your mind. So just really, just surrender to divine information and guidance about who this might be. So as I go through these, I'm going to ask the question, and I want you to jot down a name or two that just pop right up in your mind. Maybe it's not somebody you've thought of before. The person I shared with today is not somebody I really thought of before, and it popped into my head this morning because I was in the question. So the first one, who do you know? Number 1, who needs more money in addition to the job or jobs that they are working? Who pops up in your mind? Who do you know that needs more money, more income? Number 2, and jot this down, start creating your list right now. We're going to make this interactive. Number 2, who do you know who is unhappy in their current job and wants to find something else to do or transition into something different? Who do you know that is not loving the job that they're in? Looking for some change. Number 3, who do you know who wants more flexibility? Maybe they want to make more and work less. That's probably a lot of people. But who pops into your mind? More flexibility. Maybe they're juggling a lot of different things in their life, and they want more flexibility than what their current career or lifestyle is offering for them. As we know, we can make more money in less time in Mary Kay when we're doing income producing activities. See if somebody pops into your mind. Number 4, who do you know who's friendly and loves people and doesn't even know they're looking for more, but they're just one of those people that love people and they're constantly talking to people? Don't prejudge. You might think she doesn't need this in her life. I would have been that person. And there's a lot of you that would have been that person who didn't know you were looking for something more, but you look for people who love people and who are friendly. They don't always have to be outgoing, but they're good with people. They're people. And then number 5, who do you know? And I'm doing this slowly because I'd like for you guys to write people down who is, who needs a social outlet to get out with other women. You know, after COVID, and they talked about the great resignation and then people working from home, and some are now back out in the workforce or out in the world. But some people work all day in their office or they're home all day with kids, and they just need a positive outlet, something, you know, to be around some adult positive interaction. So who do you know who needs a social outlet, a positive social outlet to get out with other women? Number 7, who do you know who loves the product and buys a lot of it? And before you say to yourself, gosh, I don't want to recoup my good customers, I'm going to share with you, you can always go out and find other good customers. There's a lot of people that aren't using Mary Kay because they don't know about it, but they're not everybody. You really want to start with people who absolutely love the product, because they never know what they're going to do with it. I was just having a conversation earlier with one of my consultants about this. They never know, you never know, and they never know what they might end up doing with it beyond just getting that 50% discount, even if they don't need the money. Some people are really needing a sense of achievement. Hopefully that's probably down here on my list too. So who loves the product and buys a lot of it. And you know, my last 2 team members, when I saw that their tickets were adding up to $500 and $600, you know, for something and $500 and some dollars, I felt that these are both good customers. Well, one of them wasn't even a customer yet. But I thought I owe it to them to tell them about the opportunity and the options, because I would have wanted someone to tell me, which I did because I used a lot of the product, but I spent a lot of money with my consultant before she ever offered it to me. And so I would have loved to have had that opportunity. And if somebody hadn't told me about it, I probably would still be here, because I think that we end up where we're supposed to, but somebody needs to be inviting you to join Mary Kay. You need to be invited by another consultant is what I'm saying. So, and then who do you know who has daughters or even family members who could use the discount on the products? So if you've got, like Heidi shares that in her story a lot, you know, where she's got herself and 2 daughters and, you know, 2 sons. And by the time everybody's using different products, and by the time you go out and buy all these personal care products, even at the drugstore, it behooves you to get a quality product at a discount. So who has family members, daughters that would use the product, and they could use that discount, the 50% off? Kind of think about who you have as customers, or who you don't even have customers yet. I don't know if you guys have done shopping around, but price comparison. I was shocked when I went to Sephora over Christmas time. We went day after Black Friday day at the Village, and I was shocked at the prices, double and sometimes triple the cost of our products for simple lipsticks, eyeliners, things like that. You go to the drugstore, it's very similar, but the quality is, it's apples and oranges for Mary Kay and some of the other brands. Who do you know, this is number 9, who is looking to build their self-esteem and confidence? And again, it's not about us going out and trying to save the world with Mary Kay, but I know for myself, I thought I was pretty confident, but I was actually pretty shy and you know, self-conscious when I started in Mary Kay. So who do you know? And there's a difference between self-esteem and confidence. Self-esteem is your worthiness, and confidence is your basically your ability to complete something or to do something well. And that can be learned. But self-esteem, sometimes we just need to find something that allows us to feel worthy. Number 10, who do you know who's always wanted to own their own business? And maybe they don't know what kind of business they want to own, but they've always wanted to be a business owner and be self-employed. And each of us are, even if we didn't know that we wanted to be. Most of us would never go back because we get really spoiled having our schedule. But people are starting to, many people out there looking to start a business, to be independent and to have sovereignty, especially after 2020 and COVID and all the changes in the world. And, in Mary Kay, we get to have our cake and eat it too. Number 11, who is an achiever and would like more recognition and or prizes and just acknowledgement for doing a good job? Sometimes people, I've encountered people who maybe haven't furthered education past high school, but they're very brilliant. Mary Kay was one of those. Her family didn't have the money to send her to medical school, which is what she wanted. And so she said she married the Elvis of her day. Well, we have a lot more options today, ladies. So, this is an opportunity for us to have an executive income, be a milk and cookies mom, with that executive income and a free car and a position in leadership that you promote yourself to. So who are the achievers out there that that might be looking for more acknowledgement? Maybe they're not getting those incentives at their current job. Number 12, who do you know who's a mover and shaker and does not want to be limited on how fast they can move? Oftentimes, people can get kind of stuck on that glass ceiling at a job or a position if there's nowhere for them to move up to. And of course, we know in Mary Kay, we promote ourselves. We can move as fast as we want to. And it used to be you had to take 4 months to win car, 4 months to become a director. It was a different setup. Now we can move up really, really quickly if we choose to. Number 13, who do you know who travels a lot or has lived in lots of places? Kind of get your military wives or military, workers out there who have moved to lots of different places and who really likes to go and travel. We can take this business anywhere in the United States. You guys getting some people on your list? Who do you know who could use the use of a brand new car? Car payments and, registration, insurance, all that's for the bird if you can have it for free. If it's for free in Mary Kay, we say it's for me. Okay, so tax time is upon us. So maybe number 15, someone who's an empty nester or who could use tax advantages. And I know that's a big thing for people, especially if they're an empty nester and maybe they've lost a spouse and they're retired from their job, having a reason to get up and get out and get cute and all of that. There's a lot of people that I think of that, may or may not be interested, but we don't know until we ask. So somebody who is an empty nester or could use tax advantages. Because once those kids move out, we lose a pretty big deduction. Number 16, who do you know who is entrepreneurial and wants to set their own hours? Maybe they don't know they've ever wanted to start a business, which is the one that we did above, but maybe, they like that freedom of choice. And I'm going to tell you that is our younger market. That is our Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y. I don't know what all the generations are, but those, they will take less per hour or they will trade certain things to be able to have that flexibility. And I see it with my son and all of his friends. They want to be able, they'll get it done, but they want to work less and make more. Number 17, who do you know who's a college student looking for flexible extra money? Maybe having time part-time or even coming up for summer. Think of your college students that are getting ready. They're on spring break right now, probably having a great time. But who are the college students that that maybe still have a year or two ahead of them? It's expensive just to live, just the living expenses out there. Who do you know who likes to travel and learn and grow personally. I think I might have said travel before already, but who wants to learn and grow personally. They like to have expansion in their life. And it could be spiritually, it could be emotionally. You know, we always say in Mary Kay, the work we do is sometimes the work we do between the 6 inches. It's the emotional work, it's a personal work, because we hit a lot of our triggers and a lot of our unhealed wounds when we're working in a business like this, where we have an opportunity for, you know, rejection or what we perceive as rejection and all of that. This is a great, great personal growth journey. It's been one of the biggest things that I value. Who do you know that could use some personal growth? Maybe they don't know that they're seeking it. All right, who do you know who has asked you about how you got into Mary Kay or about what you do? Maybe you have never gotten back to them or taken the time to sit down and share the marketing with them. That's usually a clear indicator that there's some kind of interest. If they're asking you, how do you make money? Or how did you get into this? Or, any questions about your Mary Kay business or how it works. You definitely want to make your way back around to anyone that you haven't shared with. Number 20, who do you know who has a large circle of influence that's well connected wherever they are? Because that can mean, customers, that can mean hostess, that can mean people that they know who are looking for more. 21 we're on is, who do you know who likes to host parties and events and who's social and likes to get friends together for any excuse at all? That would be a great, great person to target. First as a hostess, and then as a potential team member. 22, who do you know who already works with large groups of women? Who are our hairdressers, nail techs, eyelash technicians, all of those. Number 23, who do you know who used to be an executive, but maybe now they're staying home with kids? Which means they might be looking for an opportunity to kind of get their cup filled in other ways, in addition to being a stay-at-home mom. Who do you know who is in transition into retirement? That was number 24. Nowadays, you don't even have to retire. Many people are waiting a little bit longer for that, or they just like to stay busy. Who do you know, number 25, who volunteers and is into philanthropy? I know that that's a wonderful market for people that can, use the product to get it out there to people. I donate all the time to fundraisers and things like that. And I've actually added some people to my team in the past who are in that world. They always like to ask for baskets and things for auctions and things like that. And then number 26, who do you know who's looking for something to do where they can build up a retirement? The numbers are kind of staggering about the average savings of an American. I just heard this the other day. I can't remember where I heard it, but maybe it was on a YouTube channel, that the average American, if they had an emergency $400 bill, does not have that amount in their savings. And it was a huge percentage. It was like 70% of Americans, because there's already debt there. So who do you know who's looking for something to do where they can build up a retirement, even if that's all? And so as you hopefully came up with names for, many of these categories, I want you to put a star next to the ones that you've already shared the marketing plan with. And then the ones that you haven't shared the marketing plan with, or sorry, if you've already shared, let's back this up. If you've already shared the marketing plan, put a check mark next to their name, but we're not done with them. If you haven't shared the marketing plan with them, put a star next to their name. Okay, I'm going to put it on gallery view for a second because I want to kind of get your guys's number here. All right. Out of those 26 categories, how many of you came up with some names? Kind of just raise your hand right here so I can see. If you came up with some names, some people that you can think of in out of those 26 categories. Okay, so what I was going to suggest for the people that you put a check mark next to their name, if they did not tell you, no way, never, never, I'd rather starve to death than do Mary Kay, maybe it was a timing issue. Maybe it's time to revisit. Maybe you could come back to them and say, I know we talked about this before. I'm going to give you some scripts in a minute. But if they didn't say, don't ever bring it up again, or if you got permission to kind of follow up down the road to see if their situation has changed and maybe they're on your cold list, now would be a great opportunity with everything Mary Kay's got going on to revisit that for them and to just reach out to them. So pretty much out of your check marks, if she told you no, or you feel like you've gone to her several times with the opportunity, you still might be able to make one more last attempt. And again, until she tells you that she just has no interest ever, 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 don't bother me with this, you can kind of keep that door open. Okay. Now, I did write down just a couple of scripts that I wanted to share with you, and we'll post these, but I mean, I just literally I'm very good just kind of speaking from the heart. I'm not a scripty person. So my script is kind of a from the heart, kind of a non-scripty script, if that makes sense. So I was thinking, okay, what would I say? Because I'm doing this myself, to text people. So a text script might sound something like this. Hi, so-and-so, I'm reaching out to ask you a question, put a question mark. If I could show you a way to get Mary Kay products that you love at 50% off for the rest of your life for only $20, would you be open to chatting for about 15 to 20 minutes so I can share some information with you? And let's just say she says, sure, great. This is time sensitive, so I would love to chat with you in the next couple of days. I could call or Zoom you and then give her a couple of options. Is morning or afternoon better, or afternoon or evening or weekend or whatever. Try to make it in the next few days once you open the opportunity up and nail down a time. Now, if she doesn't already use the products, you could kind of adjust that script, and I'll go back and repeat it. If she doesn't already use Mary Kay, you could adjust it to say something like, if I could show you a way to get the highest quality line of over 300 personal care products at 50% off for the rest of your life for only $20, would you be open to chatting for 15 to 20 minutes? I mean, can you see how just non-threatening that is? Yes. And you can come up with your own script. Sometimes it's just kind of helpful to have an idea and have some words. And these just kind of popped up in my head yesterday of what I'm going to do with some of my really good customers and people that are using the product. So you could adjust it a little bit. If she's somebody that needs extra money, hi, so-and-so, I'm reaching out to ask you a question. If I could show you a way to make an extra few hundred to an extra few $1,000s a month for an investment of only $20 to $90, would you be open to chatting for 15 to 20 minutes so I can share some past fun facts? Now, you don't have to text these, but I was kind of making it so that it was textable. Or you could, give her a call too and chit chat a little bit in there. Because each person, you kind of know how they want to be reached out to, right? Some people aren't going to take a phone call. Some people are never going to look at an email. So texting might be the best way to reach them. So reach out to them kind of based on what you think their personality would warrant. And again, if you know her situation, you can personalize these even more. We never know what she might be needing in life. I've been surprised lately at what's coming up for people and what I'm seeing people dealing with, old stuff, and, really looking at, what have I done with my life? you never know unless you ask. And I remember when I was at leadership conference and I shared this the week after when we shared, but this woman got up and she goes, I need 2 helpers. And she got up on the stage and she had a tape measure and she had one person get at the 0 end and one person to get at 83 inches. She said, that is the average lifespan of a woman. And where are you on that tape measure? And then look at, I mean, again, we're not average, so we're going to last longer than that, but you know, it really kind of puts it in perspective. I have a friend that her husband's quite a bit older and he's like, yeah, probably only got about 7 or 8 summers left. Like he just kind of measures his life like that, you know, like he's the reality of it. He's 80 years old, you know, and she's like 65. And she's like, you know, he's looking at life from that perspective. Now, I don't want to be gloomy doomy, but you know, there are a lot of people out there who are looking for more in their life and we don't know unless we ask. This is the last thing I say this all the time that I thought I'd be doing in my life is Mary Kay. You know, so, and many of you might have felt that way initially as well. I can post these scripts. Do you guys need me to repeat any of them? Nope, you got it?
Not if you're going to post them.
Okay, we'll post those and you can take that, you can modify, you can adjust. I think that if you can personalize it a little bit better, you know, with people that you know well, you know, like I know that, you know, your girls are getting older and, you know, you guys are using this. And I recruited a lot of people when I was in DIQ by literally adding up their sales tickets and going, this is how much you purchased from me for the year at retail. This is how much it would have been had you been a consultant. And I recruited one of my best friends, Jackie Molinar. She owned a jewelry store, didn't ever think she would need the money, but she really, really liked the product. And every time new stuff would come out, I'd go down there and she'd buy a bunch of stuff. She ended up signing up and becoming a qualified person for my DIQ because I showed her how much money she was spending and her sisters were both buying from me. And I said, you can have them as customers. So there you go. Like you don't know. So take some time and look at your list. And look at, you know, who else might pop up in your head, put that next to your bed and look at that list and add to that list. And it's like, okay, we've got this 10-day dash before the end of the month. And just because, you know, just if we don't get to everybody by the end of this month is not a big deal. It is still very, very good deal for someone to join for $30 or $130 too. But this just gives us that little extra. So I heard something like recruiting isn't down in Mary Kay. I think that might've been Amber today. Sharing is down. And so when the company comes up with something like this, it's just to get us to share. It's not that big of a difference in somebody's pocketbook. It doesn't make that big of a difference. The difference is it's causing us to go out and share. And, you know, our company has a really, really big goal from like 20 to 200 billion by 2030. 20 billion right now is what we're at. I remember when we reached like our first $1 billion in sales. Now we're at $20 billion globally, Mary Kay, in sales for all of our products. That's going to keep going up as we keep continuing to expand in the dermacosmetics. And that's a big, big thing. One of my friends just opened up a salon and April and I went to this open house and it's like the amount of money they are charging for all the things that people do, all the peels and dermaplaning and needling and, you know, all the things. It's a lot of money for a one-time shot. And our products, you know, can help maintain this face. It's the only one we have. It's the only one we're ever going to have. So how we take care of it's important. It's the first thing people see when they see us. And we don't get a second chance at first impressions. And I'm preaching to the choir because all of you use the products. But again, maybe other people might appreciate that, even if, you know, they just want to get the discount because they'll use a lot more product. And then you can treat those people as customers in a way and invite them to our product previews, you know, those personal use consultants, and get together with them once in a while and show them what's new. But my point being, don't be afraid to recruit your good customers because you think you're going to lose a sale. You can always get new people and you never know what that person will do with the business. I said I was joining for personal use. And because I said yes, probably hundreds, if not thousands over the years that I've been a director have been a part of Mary Kay because I said yes. If I hadn't been told, actually Connie tried 3 times and I kept saying no. However, she saw something and there's people that you have out there, you do, that you know that may be able to benefit. So take yourself out of the way. And I'm going to close. You guys have heard this. I was going to share this list of the ideal consultant, and I changed my mind. Okay. Because right now, we just need to share with everyone. We don't need to prejudge. People can do this business lots of different ways. I remember when, before when I joined, we were very selective of who we would add to our team, and we weren't trying to save the world with Mary Kay. And we wanted people who were actually going to retail the product. The company has shifted a lot. The company has changed with the times. The company has given an opportunity for virtual business and social media businesses and different ways of doing the business. So we need to open up and share with everybody. And I'm really becoming aware of that, because a lot of the people that I'm adding to my team are really young, and they're ready to do things a new way, and we can learn a lot from them because they've grown up in this world. So I'm not going to share that, but I'm going to share this. Some of you have heard it a lot of times, and this will be kind of our motivational close. I really want you to kind of think about it. Where is it? It's called Maybe She Needs Me. Not new for a lot of you. And this is actually from Allison Taylor. She's a sales director that wrote this. She said, "It's been a long day. I was finishing a task. And as I hurried past her, a little voice said, 'Ask.' Oh, not today," I told myself. "I'm tired, and it shows. Besides, I might look foolish, and she'd likely just say no." While drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and smile? I chanced to know somebody who would go the extra mile. Was this the opportunity that she'd been praying for? That came up today with the person I shared with. She said, I surrendered to divine guidance about looking for opportunities that came into my path. And it was really wild how we ended up in the conversation, but it was because she was looking, and I followed that call. So anyway, back to the poem. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and smile? A chance to know somebody who would go the extra mile. Was this the opportunity that she'd been praying for? I saw the car she might not drive, the rings she might not wear, because I would not risk myself to stop, to ask, to care. So what if what I offer her is not her cup of tea? That's a choice for her to make. How selfish can I be? When all of my dreams are realized, I don't want to regret the lives I wouldn't change and touch, the no's I wouldn't get. Oh, let me be the true go give, and let my mission be not to think, do I need her, but maybe she needs me. And so, thinking about that, it does sometimes require just kind of getting ourselves out of the way and just allowing ourselves to be the conduit. When I think about, I had a brunch, and Jennifer Poole came, and Jennifer Poole, who's not able to be here on here tonight, has many, many, many jobs. And, when I was asking for, who was interested in hearing more, she says, I am. So even though she had great income, great credentials, great education, lots of fulfillment, she was on a lot of boards, all these different things, she was looking for more in her life. And Mary Kay fills a little piece of that for her. And because of that, she recruited Kelly Dart, who got on an opportunity call for a challenge. And here Kelly's life has changed. MJ, I think all the time about the people that she's added to her team, namely Heidi, who now, and MJ, I'll never forget MJ saying to me, I think she's definitely leadership material. And I think she'll be one of our directors. And, we know that MJ's intuitive, and she saw that, I guess, how this could shift things for Heidi in her life. And again, Heidi may or may not have seen it in the beginning, but MJ shared, she reached out and took a risk, even though Heidi was her boss at the bank, and we can say that now, and she risked, and she shared, and she talked about it, and look at all the lives now that are being changed because of that. And I could go on and on with all of you, but I'm just saying, I'm so grateful that we have such a quality, amazing group of women. And I'm very grateful to my recruiter, who was not my personality style at all. But I respected her knowledge of the product, and her belief in me is what got me to go that one more time after I kept saying, no, no, no. I couldn't see myself, but she could see this for me. So who can you see this for, even if they might not be able to see it for themselves? And all we have to do is offer it. and just not be attached to the outcome. I kind of look at it like, Bill Cantrell always talks, it's like a little Easter egg hunt. It's like, oh, she's not over here. Well, maybe she's over here. She's not under that tree. Well, maybe she's over there under that bench. And it's really just a matter of getting out of our own way and just reaching out and sharing and allowing other people, to hear the information and make a decision. And I've had people, I think about Nina Chambers and Christy Tice that have been in my unit for years and years, who didn't join right away, but I kept inviting them to things and brunches and product, and eventually they became top consultants in my unit. Christy's still in the top. So over time, you don't know timing, circumstances. Plant the seed though, and the names that came up on your list, follow through and send a text or a phone call or whatever. Stop by and see them if you need to, but offer this and get this out there, and let's just see what kind of magic we can make happen over the next 10 days. How's that sound, you guys? You okay?
Allergies.
Oh, I was like, I thought maybe you're getting all sentimental. Because we do. I never
Well,
used to
just
cry,
a
but
little bit.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to leave it at that. Oh, we're out of time. And thank you all for being here. And we are so excited to gather together in person with everybody's energy and good juju and meet at our studio down the street at 10 a.m. And then we're probably going to go till about 4 or 4:30. We'll go to lunch probably 12 to 2. Then we'll come back, we'll finish, and then maybe have some chat time. And then we'll break, and then we'll start our mystery night at 6. And we'll give you information, those of you that are qualified, okay? And congratulations. We got lots of time ahead of us. I'm thinking about like the next 3 months, how exciting it is going to be to like chart that course on that little game board and get after it and make things happen. Some of us like the thrill, the thrill of the chase at the end. So, so set your own goals of how many you would like to add, but no matter what, like just make the decision in your heart that you're going to follow through on anybody who came up for you and do the each one reach one, or each one reach 10, however that works for you. All right, ladies. Anybody have any questions? I didn't look at any other comment stuff. Okay. Scripts. Okay, we'll get all of this.
Do we have time for me to share something really quick?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't really give you guys a chance.
No, it's something that I came across a couple days ago, and it just fits so perfectly with what we're talking about. But you guys remember the Great Resignation, right? That happened like back in 2020 and 2021. Well, it's still happening. And so there's a new article that just came out. This one's from NBC, but it's 4.2 million people left their job in November, this last November, which is the 18th straight month in a row. And they say that over 70% of Gen Z, which is defined as 18 to 25, and millennials, which is 26 to 41. So we're talking 70% of people who are working right now, who are between the age of 18 and 41, are looking to leave their job this year. They want something different. 70%.
So 4.2 million left in November, and that's the 18th month in a row.
18th straight month of record-breaking quits in the US.
Oh.
And so it's still happening. People thought it was a one-time thing, but you guys, they say in here that the number one reason is because they want to, okay, so Gen Zers, many of whom started their careers in the hybrid and remote work environments, right? They're like, this is great. I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to, they want to do something that allows them to have the flexibility, all the things that Mary Kay has to offer. And so when you're thinking, like, a lot of times we think that like our ideal target market is like 35 and older, right? But there's this huge chunk of women who are leaving the workforce because they want that flexibility, just like Denise said. And so not to overlook them, you know, and to know that they're like, the studies show everything Denise just said is 100% right? Like, no, we don't, like, we already trust you, but it's like the numbers are there and the surveys are being done and people are leaving their jobs because they want to be in business for themselves right now. So that's all. Just wanted to share the numbers because it's
Thanks for
accurate.
sharing.
I'm like,
that's
crazy
awesome
amount of people, I think.
You know, I felt like it was probably a big number, but that's staggering when you think about how
All
many.
you have to do is go to Walmart or some, you know, one of the bigger box stores. There's not enough employees to stock the shelves.
Dollar store. The dollar store.
There's no
today.
employees. I went to buy more copy paper today so I could print, and first of all, they didn't have the one that I usually get. So I had to buy the more expensive one, which usually I don't for just my regular copies. I do my expensive stuff I send to FedEx or Kinko's. And there wasn't any on the shelf. And so then I got it and I went and I tried to ring it up on myself because I was trying to hurry and it didn't work. Well, then I had to wait for someone to come fix the machine. And it took them like 5 minutes to come to me and fix it. I was like, holy cow. And I didn't recognize them because they're new. There was no grocery carts when I walked in and no little hand baskets. So they're short staffed and I was kind of surprised. I thought it would be in and out real quick because it was early afternoon. No. So it's everywhere. If you just look around, you'll see it. And yeah, so thanks for sharing. Great job, Denise.
Oh, thank you. We were at the hot springs and my husband and I, we just had this book like 3 months ago when he used to get Mondays off. So we went and we kept asking, when are you guys going to open back up in the evening? I mean, there's so much. We love going up there, but like you only get to go now for 2. Anyway, they said we can't get them as soon as we can get employees to stay open. And that is across the board, almost everywhere, everywhere. The customer service, their ability to have customer service. And that's like sections of restaurants, tables are closed because they don't have enough people to, so we could go on and on. So, we know just based on what Heidi's saying and what we see out there, that this is the reality that we're moving into. And we're moving into a new reality on a lot of levels, but this new reality is one where people want to call their own shots and have sovereignty and make what they want to make and work less and make more and move up at their pace. And Mary Kay just provides so many of the things that people would want and that people are looking for, but they don't have any idea that it's Mary Kay, and neither did most of us. So we have to remember that, and for some people, they love the structure of having a job, but then they want this as a little side thing, side hustle or whatever. So even if it's not for everybody as a full-on career or transition into Mary Kay full-time, that's okay. It fills a lot of gaps for a lot of people on different levels. So just remember, they're out there. Would you be upset if those people on your list were invited by somebody else into Mary Kay? Just kind of be thinking about that. If you don't ask, somebody will, okay? That likely somebody will. So just follow through on that and give yourself a sense of urgency, and really let's just really max out this next few months, and so that we can celebrate the 60th just in honor and gratitude to all that Mary Kay sacrificed for us to even have this opportunity, and for all the company keeps doing for us. It just amazes me every time, whenever they pull out another promotion that we think they're never going to stop. And then we got to be thinking about, this is totally a side note, but the theme for 60th anniversary for the Mary Kay National Area is peace, love, and Mary Kay. So kind of a 60s theme. So we got to be thinking about our outfits. Important things, So let's talk about that at Career Conference. Anyway, love you girls. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And thank you, Kelly. And follow through, create a sense of urgency. And, if you had 10 people on that list, you probably have 2 to 3 new team members right there. If you just reach out and share, because most people can give up a few minutes. And if they're intrigued, you'll get more than 15 minutes from them. Just ask permission. Okay. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Night.
Good night. Welcome, Stacy.